Hey guys, Tom Cousins here. Today's Friday, May 9th. Can't say I planned to be here today, but we're at Great Adventure. I was originally going to go to Dorney Park today for opening day, but the weather out there is a lot worse than the weather here. As you can see, there's all that's here are the buses, and the buses are definitely going to make it crowded. But in terms of regular cars, there's practically nobody here. I mean, it is a school day, and they're only open 10 to 6. So we're going to come here for a little while, try to get on some rides. Hopefully, again, it's not too crowded. This is one of the education days. That's the only reason they're open. But hopefully we'll be at Dorney Park next weekend when the weather's a little bit better. Definitely would have liked to have been there today, but weather had other plans, so we're here at Great Adventure. I'm seeing practically no line over at Flash, which is a pretty good sign. Yeah, it is not very crowded. Look at the Looney Tunes, they're just hanging out right there. As I'm just walking around here for a little bit, I can definitely tell the only reason they stayed open today is because of the school groups. If it wasn't for the school groups being booked today, this park would definitely be closed. It's not crowded. The weather's not even bad. It's just that, I mean, the weather forecast is awful, so nobody's gonna come. But looks like there's some school kids here. There goes Flash. I'm probably gonna head over there because it's very rare to see it within short of a line as it has right now. This is why I always recommend coming on bad weather days. Even with the school group crowds, there's really not a long line. So, gonna be time to get on Flash very soon. Alrighty, so we just got off of Flash. We rode row 3. There was a quick breakdown. It wasn't terrible, but Flash running great. It's great to have the audio back on. It really does elevate the ride. I noticed I didn't hear the alarm when you're going backwards on that spike. Maybe they got rid of it. Honestly, I didn't really care for it, so I think that's a pretty good change. Jason, how was your first ride on Flash since it opened?
Good. It's running good. Never ridden toward the front, so surprising airtime right there on that, like the
nice backwards bit. Yep.
Yeah.
I will say the wait was a bit. It was pretty much where you guys saw it when we were in the video, or where we saw it in the beginning of the day. It took about 30-ish minutes. So just again, keep that in mind. You're gonna be waiting a while for Flash. They also finished the fence that is kind of along the backside of the queue, so you can't see into the catering area. So that is completely done now. But now we're gonna try to find some food to eat. Hopefully Mama Flora's is open today because I have not had it yet this season. So I know we're in front of Granny's right now, but we did get Mama Flora's and it looks like it is just as good as it's always been. But for those of you wondering, inside of Granny's, not Yum Yum, Granny's, not really much has changed since opening day. I don't really come in here that much, but still the same food options. And of course they have the gate set up now with the drinks just like Yum Yum. So over here in Six Flags Universe, it looks like they restocked this design that still has King Dakar and Zumanjaro on it, but there's plenty of them. And we have new Nitro hoodies. So if you guys watched the last vlog, you saw the shirt version of this. They now have the new hoodies, as well as a crew neck version
with
of that logo. I like that logo a lot better. This one does actually have B&M track though. That's the Nitro shirt right there. That's a black variant of it. And I don't see the other new coaster merch over here. A lot of it is over at Six Flags Adventure World, which is on Dream Street if you want to go check that out. So I don't know if you guys noticed in the last vlog, but Yum Yum Cafe sign was missing the C on the cafe, but it's there now, it's back. And here's the merch over at Adventure World that I just mentioned. There is more too over at El Mercado next to El Toro. They also have these, which I showed off in the last vlog. Still has a Ka and lantern on it. But here you go. Down here at the Roller Coaster Coffee by where Ka and Toro Split was, this little opening right here would be a great spot for a refill station because there really is not any refill stands down this end of the park. Unfortunately, it looks like Live Flume is not open today. Maintenance is on it though, so hopefully it doesn't open later. It should be open for the weekend. On the bright side though, it looks like the wheel is spinning. That was not like that last weekend. We made it back to El Toro, so it's time to hopefully go ride. Good news, Mine Train's second train. There it is, all nice and redone. Very bright, looks great. So we did just get off of Toro twice in the second to back seat. There's nobody up there, and I would have ridden it a lot more, but you guys already know I've complained about it more than enough with the 2 re-ride rule. But good news is B-Train is on the transfer track, and Toro was running really good, very smooth, smoother than it was the other day, and it's running fast. Let's watch it go. But you guys can very clearly see there's a ton of empty seats. It is not crowded over here at all. It's really just not crowded in the park at all. The only ride with a line is Flash, and that's because, well, it's Flash, so of course it's gonna have a line. But where's Jason? Jason, you're always a critic of El Toro. How was it today?
It was okay.
You were telling me, oh, that was actually good.
It was better than I remember, but the boss is better.
No, the boss is not better. So I haven't noticed this yet this year, but this right here in front of Medusa, this was a smoking area. So it looks like what they did is they got rid of the extra post over there, and now the chain comes closer to the pathway, so it's more of a diagonal shape.
And now it's a triangle.
Now it's a triangle. I must say it is very kind of refreshing to come to the park and not have to wait for anything but Flash and just kind of walk on everything. Very nice. You can see there's some shrink wrap stuff over there. I know it's a terrible angle. That's the best I can get. I do not know what it is, but we did get a nice view of all the Toro track in the Northern Star Arena. It is still over there, and that will presumably be installed next season. Now it is time for the best coaster at Great Adventure, Runaway Mine Train.
And then like dark track.
All right, we just did 2 rides on Mine Train in the beloved Magic Seat of Row 2, and it is just so good. Does look like Log Flume, unfortunately, did not wind up opening. It also does not look like Best of West. Oh, wait, actually, is it? Let's go see.
Yes, it's open, but bar only.
Bar only. Well, hey, that's better than being closed, that's for sure. I'm assuming it's because today's Friday and it's one of the education days, but it definitely looks like it is not open yet. I did hear, though, that it was open last weekend, but only for bar service. We're walking through BB&P. I've actually not really been through here at all this season. This was a game under here. Now it's not. It's just seating. And it's very deserted over here. There's, I guess there's not many little kids here since it's a lot of the like middle school aged field trips. So this area is empty. I really do think it'd be awesome to see this return as a restaurant, but this area doesn't really get much foot traffic anymore. So probably not much of a reason for it. They've been using it as like the haunted corn maze, or not really haunted, but corn maze for Kids Boo Fest. Oh, jeez, that almost ended bad. So it looks to me like Dream Street Refreshments has been fully kind of updated now. There are 3 fountain locations here. You got this blank space, and then you got the 3 icing machines rather. So there's 3 on each side. Of course, you got the gate set up and everything. So it's, I'd say, pretty much done. And it looks really nice. It's definitely very Cedar Fair, just minus freestyle machines, but I'll take it. Over here at Skull, something over here looks different. I'm thinking they moved benches, because I think there were like tables and benches over there. Not anymore. And of course, we showed this in the last update, but they have all these like kind of barriers here because this is new concrete right here. Well, the change is that there was no fence. This didn't exist.
Yeah, you can see where they cut the curb.
The curb was cut there, and now it's fenced all the way back.
It used to be wavy to match the theme.
Yeah, and now it's fencing, which makes more sense because now people can't just cut in line for Skull. And here is the lovely stamped concrete over here as you make your way to Junior Thrill Seekers. I really wish we'd see this go across the whole park because it actually looks really nice. It still feels weird seeing this logo pop up here. Still not used to it. And it felt weird at Carowinds too, but still sits very strange with me. So we came down here. I wasn't planning on riding Devil or Nitro. I just came down to check them out. Looks like Devil and Nitro are both on one train, which again, I'm assuming is because it's an education day. And really, they don't need it. I mean, it's not that long of a line. It stops right there. So it'll take a bit, but it's really not that bad. Nitro looks like it's just a station wait, so I guess I see why they're just running one train. I'm trying to find an angle to show you guys the fence, but I really can't. You can see the back of it right there where it hugs against the path, but otherwise you can't really see it. Trust me when I say though, the fence is there on Flash. That completely blocks the view over there. Here's a good view of that Flash fence from outside the park. You can see where it kind of ends off, and you still have this fence being as the main boundary between the exit of the park and the inside of the park. but that completely blocks off your view of Saw and the rest of the catering area.
Welcome to the Flash.
Something funny, I hope I'm not jinxing it by showing this. Right here next to Sweet Spot, we found this last year and didn't really want to talk about it because we wanted to keep it around. They still have the penny presser that has Zumajaro King Ka. So if you want it, come get it. Bring 2 quarters and a penny, and there you go. That's gonna end off our quick visit here to Great Adventure. Just a couple hours, but it was a good couple hours. The park was pretty empty, so we were able to ride pretty much whatever we wanted. And I would have ridden more if it wasn't for the pesky re-ride rule, but I've complained about it more than enough. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing about it. But with all that being said, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.